Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. Today we're loading up another huge load. This is going to be a 2 5/8 ounce total payload triple aught buck load in 3.5 inch 12 gauge. And yeah, like I said, it's a big load. And it's not even the biggest load you can get in a 3.5 inch 12 gauge with lead shot. It goes up to 2 3/4 ounces. The only thing that tops it is a 3 ounce 10 gauge load. We're going to be using a Shaddai hull. Actually, no, not this one. This is white. I should know by now. These show up terrible on camera when you crimp them. I have to get a red one. There we go. Red shows up way better on camera. Whenever you crimp these, the white ones and clear hulls, they show up just horrible on camera. Don't want to show the crimp at all. The powder we're using is Hodgdon Little Gun. This will do up to 2 3/4 ounces. You can also do a 2.5 ounce load in 3 inch with a slug. We have a video out on Mr. Hollow Point 1082 grain slugs. They weigh 2.46 ounces, which is just a hair under 2.5. And we can get them up over 1200 FPS in a 3 inch shell. But sadly, you can't fit that much buckshot in a 3 inch shell. You have to use a 3.5. You can probably do a 2.5 ounce load with lead shot, like bird shot, in a 3 inch shell, but you wouldn't be able to use any sort of wad. You'd have to just load it conventional. I'm talking like gas seal, fiber wad style load. But that's for a different video. We're using a X12X gas seal. These are symmetrical. You can load them either way. There is no top, there is no bottom. We need 2 1/8 inch or 1 1/4 inch felt wad. You can also use fiber or cork. It just has to be a 1/4 inch. We're also using a Mylar wrap. That's going to give us sort of a shot cup. This is the My Thin Mylar from Ballistic Products. I love this stuff. I'm using it in nearly every single load that I put together. So is Josh. He is also using Mylar in most of his loads now. Buffer of the day is Ballistic Products original buffer. You guys ain't got to use buffer in this if you don't want to, but yeah, you ain't got to use buffer if you don't want to. I just like a really, the tightest pattern possible. And since this load is going to be loaded conventional, that means no shot cup, we need all the help we can get with the pattern. At least in my eyes. I like really tight patterns, but I know some people don't. They like wider patterns, but myself, I like a nice tight pattern. The pellets I'm using are my own hard cast out of Will Wade alloy, lead, 36 cal triple aught buck. Actually, let me turn the camera around here and I'll get you a better view of these and talk about the mold I like to use. Here's a real nice view of the pellets. As you can see, they're nice and round, about perfect I'd say. Nice and shiny, looks great. And they are indeed 36 caliber. This is a Do It mold. It's a slingshot pellet mold obviously, but it does a 1/10 ounce and 1/6 ounce pellet. Now, this, you can see the model number here. This was dropping 37 cal and 30.5 to 31 cal, but what I've done is just treated it. I broke it here. I dropped it on the ground and broke it, but I treated it with graphite, lube. Dry graphite lube. Whole can's worth, right in the cavities. And that shrunk the pellets down enough to where the little ones are dropping out at 30 cal right on the money and 36 cal right on the money. Every time that I cast with this, I get 9 pellets of 36 cal and 11 pellets of the 30 cal number 1. I love this mold, it's awesome. Again, these are made by Do It in Denver, Iowa, not Colorado. Have no idea whenever Denver moved to Iowa. I didn't even know you could move a city. Des Moines' gonna be 9 kinds of mad whenever they find out they have a new capital around. So moving on now, we need 43 grains of Little Gun. You can go to 45 if you want to, but I'm keeping it around 1100 FPS, so 43 grains. Using the Lee 2.2 cc dipper, it drops 34 grains of Little Gun, flush with the dipper, but we need 43. There's 39. We should have, 43 right there. Always want to double check it. We have 43. Little Gun is one of our favorite powders. We use it for 3 ounce 10 gauge loads, 2 3/4 ounce 12 gauge. Terrible. I've had better lemonade made from mothballs. But yeah, anyway, we use it for really big loads. And of course 410 and 28 gauge too. Target loads and up to 1 ounce and 28 gauge. On top of the powder, we need the X12X gas seal. And on top of the X12X, we need 1/4 inch of felt. Again, these are 1/8 inch each, so add them together, you got 1 1/4, or 1/4. Now, the Mylar wrap. Again, this will sort of act as a shot cup. Helps with patterns a little bit at extended ranges. These really help if you use them inside of full-length wads, like I'll show you here. Grab one out real quick. This one's 10 gauge, but this is a BPD 10 wad. It's for heavy lead shot payloads. But yeah, that is a full-length wad. It doesn't have a crush section like a normal wad does. But yeah, anyway, we have our Mylar wrap in. Now, we need 14 pellets of 36 cal triple aught. These are 14 pellets. Guys, I misspoke earlier when I was saying this was a 2 5/8 ounce load. No, it's a 2 3/8 ounce load with buffer. The lead payload weight, just the lead by itself, no buffer, weighs exactly 2.3 ounces. With buffer, it's going to get you up to a 2 3/8 ounce load, which is 2.38, 2.375 in that area. But yeah, 2 3/8 ounces, not 2 5/8. And as you can see, we still have plenty of room left for a nice fold crimp. I am adding buffer to this though. Again, using Ballistic Products original buffer. You could also use the mix number 47 or the ITX. And I'm just using original buffer today. The top row of pellets is halfway covered, and that's all you need. We are sitting exactly 2.38 ounces, so 2 3/8 on the dot. I'm going to add a really thin piece of an overshot card right on top. That will seal the buffer in, and it'll get you a little bit nicer looking crimp. Still plenty of room left to actually fold this. Alright, back station of the reload all is the 6-point crimp. This press is a little worn out, so I'm always having to hold it in place. You don't want to add too much pressure or you will end up crushing the hull, but it's going nice. Need a little bit more though. Actually, I've discovered a new little trick you can do. You guys see this white thing on here? It's a taper die. After you crimp your shells, you can put a nice taper on it. There we go. You can go ahead and fold crimp that right now, but I've figured out something here. You can do a pre-crimp on these holes and then taper it in just a little bit. That will also help with crimps. Check this out. Much nicer looking. Now, just give it a final crimp. Not looking bad at all. Actually, I needed to have a little bit more stack height in there, so I'll tell you what, I'll open this back up, I'll show you how to do that, and add a little bit more of that overshot card on top, but it absolutely does not need it right now. Or not right now, but it doesn't need it. So all I do to reopen my shells, I get a pair of needle nose pliers or a really small flathead screwdriver and just pry the crimp right back up. Put it right in the middle and just lift it up. You can also open factory shells that way, but yeah, we are pretty low with stack height. I guess them, you know, felt wads in there compressed a little bit more than I thought they would. Tear off a little bit more of it, right on top. Alright, let's see how it looks now. Actually, I think I could use a little bit more. Let's see how it looks now, though. I loaded up a few of these earlier, but I used 3 1/8 inch, felt wads, and those didn't need an overshot card. But I figured I could do this with 2 of them, save components, and just use an overshot card. That looks much better. But yeah, looks like I was right. Just use an overshot card and only use a 1/4 inch of the felt wad. That looks actually pretty good. Still could use a little bit of the overshot card though. There we go. Opened it back up and put a little bit more overshot in there. It didn't need it, but I just wanted this to look nice on camera. As you can see, we have no bulging of the plastic anywhere. Nice solid load. Well, I better not say that until we pattern it, but I'd say it does pretty well. These big loads like this typically do pretty well. Got to use a tight choke though because again it is loaded conventional, which again means no shot cup. That's a big round, guys, but that's okay. You know me and Josh like our 3.5-inch loads. If you guys want to go support us on Patreon, a link to that will be in the description below. It's as low as $1 a month, and like we always say, every penny goes right back into the channel. A link to our Instagram and Rumble accounts will also be in the description below. Please like and subscribe. We always appreciate that. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below, and we will get back to you. But other than that, you guys take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.